Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, the Interludes. Scenes that take place between the end of Season 2 and the start of Season 3. And clearly these interludes, we have much things to do. But currently we are playing a story called The Guest. And the guest is here. There he is. So before we jump straight in, I would like my dear players to introduce themselves as well as their characters. And we're going to start with the guest.
Hello, I'm Daniel, and I'm playing, well, some would say I'm playing Jonathan Black, but everybody knows by now that I'm absolutely not. I'm playing the Prince of Daggers on the Autumn Night, just wearing a tiny little meat puppet that's insignificant and needs some love.
And he's getting it.
Not if I can help it.
Try harder.
You love me. Not anymore.
That ended quickly. Hi, I'm Tarjei. I'm playing Christopher Masters, the Prince of the City, 10th generation went through. Hell on wheels, one might say. And as a player, I'm more than a little disappointed that we are now at episode 4 with a guest and no one has yet to use the word Meet Joe Black.
Oh.
For shame!
For shame. Marianne?
What?
You need to...
Oh shit! I'm just.
You're
I'm
also here
always-
tonight.
I'm always first, so I'm always just enjoying everyone else. Okay, I am Marianne, and I am a Siobhan Price. No, yes, I am. You would have thought I've been drinking. I am not. 10th generation Toyota and Permission. Yes, that's me.
Boom. And last episode was interesting. Got a little hot there for a minute.
Yeah, I have a fever, that's why I'm so red.
Yeah,
It's the water. It was
the
the
water.
water.
It's something in the water. It's spicy. It's spicy.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
spicy.
Your
Spicy
new
water.
nickname is no longer Prince of Daggers, it's McSteamy.
Max Steamy.
No.
No. He takes offense. He is regal and shit. Well, we're
From
gonna.
the son of love.
He's just jealous because he's gonna go to the Queen right now, and he knows that's just gonna be bending
He
over
would
taking
rather
it.
be in a hot bath with me, I'm sure.
I think he would rather be in a hot bath with me.
Fair point. I think I'd rather be in a hot bath with
Pretty much
shark
anyone.
with friggin' laser beams on their hands.
But that's not what he's getting. We're gonna jump into the scene as the prince is being swifted away to the Dark Throne and the Queenie herself.
He sends a text in the car to Kitty Cat. I have found out nothing more about this prince you mentioned, but there is someone here claiming to be an envoy from a prince from another city. I am worried. Check out. You might not go wrong by putting some watchful eye on the hotel, the Y. But do not go in. It is run by our kind. But there's a woman there, an innocent, by the name of Callisto. I would like her not to be harmed if something goes wrong. I mean, says that as well.
Brilliant. Mere moments later, the town car stops outside this townhouse, which is the entry point to the Dark Throne. We passed Amber a couple of houses further down as she was leaning on the stoops to one of the buildings. You stop. JJ gets the wheelchair and gets you out.
Thank you, JJ. Just one moment. I just need to take one phone call before we get in. I smile to the driver and wheel off a little while down the street and pretend to take a phone call, make eye contact with Amber. And give her a nod.
She walks up and you see she has something in her hand. She whispers to it. She blows it at you and she touches your eye. And you have a strange sensation in it, almost like there's Almost like a little bit glassy. It's a little bit foggy on one eye.
I'm sorry I don't smoke, but here's $20. Why don't you buy yourself a pack, young lady?
She takes it. I think I only have like 20 minutes. Use it wisely.
Will do. And I hand her the money and smile.
Thank you, thank you.
And I've like finished my phone call, put it back in my pocket, and wheel back to the one-handed, like half-handed wheeling back to the others. I'm gonna assume she has not made the house wheelchair accessible.
No.
Chris is seriously thinking there's going to be some changes to city ordinance about uniformation of houses. This is outrageous. Houses need to be accessible for those wheelchair bound. We need to do something about it. So he gets help from JJ and the cane, and again making sure not to touch where the ghoul touched, and stumbles up and gets her to pick up the wheelchair and bring it.
Moments later, you are inside this facade of a house, and you know in the end of this foyer there is the door, the black door that takes you down to the belly of the beast, a place that the other prince also knows. It's this dark pool of a grotto where you really don't understand where it begins or where it ends. And then moments later, there you are in the wheelchair, staring at the queen, baby girl at her feet, William at her side.
Queen uses his hand, gets up, half up, and then gives a little bow and sits back down again. I am sorry, but that is all my meager frame can manage this evening.
It seems like you might have gotten yourself into a little trouble there, sweet prince.
Yes. But before that, I must humbly beg your pardon. I was less than courteous the last time we met. I was in a foul mood, and I took it out on you, which was wrong, particularly since I now understand that you were not to blame for my current predicament.
I would never want to harm you, Prince of Princes. But yes, your words, they didn't sit well with me, I must admit. I felt slighted somewhat, insulted a little bit.
I can only beg your pardon, but I had cause to think that someone of our kind, and quite possibly you, were behind my pain. But I understand that was wrong of me.
I would never dare to harm you in that way.
No, I'm glad to hear it. And I also understand now that
the city needs
a little birdie whispered to me that you have been worried that someone might be after you as well, and it struck me that perhaps whoever came from me might be a common enemy.
She failed her composure. This anger, surprise, and horror trickles over her undead, unnatural no-no's face.
So I can only think that perhaps someone is trying to sow doubt and animosity between us, playing us. And I just hope that I could rectify my poor behavior to you in some way. And in that matter, it struck me that for a while back we talked about what was the exact word? A debutante ball, so to speak, for your splendid child. But circumstances then prevented us from doing so, and I feel that the least I could do to mend the fences between us were to host a gallant evening for your young offspring.
My William, my
formally
Adam.
welcome. Yes, Adam, and formally welcoming him into our society in the manner that befits one such honoured childer of a great sire as yourself.
I'm surprised at this, and the exchange of these words. I'm not often surprised, Prince or Princess, but I am surprised now. Have I underestimated things? Perhaps. But there's a lot of lies in the air. And it tastes bitter. But you are here, giving up beautiful apologies and asking to make amends to the House of the Dark Throne. This pleases me. My baby shower for my William pleases me a great deal.
I also think I should give him some sort of a present as well, a welcoming present. Perhaps that little spit of land just outside Cop Hill that we talked about last time would be fitting for him to stake out his own little domain there, close by your place, within your loving grace and protection.
She puts up her hand. My little boy is not ready to leave the nest. He still suckles his mother's teat.
Inwardly, he's like, of course, a mother knows best.
She does. And my child has been wanted and longed for so many years. I am not ready to part with my dear boy. He likes to sit on Mummy's knee. Don't you, William?
Well,
you see, there's a weird expression on his face because he's standing behind her, and it's very difficult to read.
Well, when the time had come that he's ready to spread his wings and take a little trial flight out of the nest, the offer will, of course, still stand.
And that is gracious of you, Prince of Princess. You are showing me so much kindness. Not like your grandsire. Your grandsire.
Yes.
The prince. Who's not here.
No. May he... I'm sorry. It still pains me, these... the wounds those traitors brought us all back then.
You see, Prince, I might have found something that can aid us in this situation.
Ah, really?
Well, you're giving me a baby shower. I should give you something in return. And she taps her fingers on the weird book. I might just have a capability of looking through the veil to souls. So you can see your granddada.
Strange. He is not the first such.
I haven't been giving much knowledge of yet, and I tend to use it wisely. And you should speak to your granddada. Maybe he could give you knowledge. I have of late made an acquaintance. He might be proved to be more useful.
Well, I'm honored and touched, though I must admit that someone else also has offered me such a potential.
Charlatans and humbug. I offer the real thing.
I understand that I should have talked to you a tad more before.
You should have. I am a humble servant. She gets up and she walks around with a big black skirts. And she sits by you.
Why I allowed these guests to stay in the city.
They are of no importance, sweet prince. They are a mere passing memory and a glimmer of time.
Yes,
we are here to stay and keep this city.
Indeed. But when it comes to viewing the other side, their kind has but few equals.
Oh, there are other ways, sweet prince. There are many doors to the other places. Sometimes you just need to break a night or two to find a proper door.
Though remember, some doors are best not open. And he gives a quick glance downwards.
Ah, I do not fear doors, sweet prince. They are merely that, a door.
But what comes out of it? That's
You
another matter.
just need to have the right door and the right key, and I'm figuring that out as I go. Knowledge has been given to me. Maybe we are allies, sweet little prince.
Well, if it's true that someone are out to get us and that person is the same person, then surely we would be wise to stand together.
Indeed. We should be bosom buddies. We should be thick as thieves. I'm sure in the very
he's
near
like
future,
droops a little bit.
we might be linked in a way you don't even think was possible.
And he thinks for a second, how right she is.
After
with a
every
little-
summer, fall comes, and it brings with it change, death, but also the promise of rebirth.
Indeed. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still weak. On that note, I must admit you are the only one that I have informed about my current
You
predicament.
honor the house. You honor me, Prince.
Well, I extended a wish to see you, and you so courteously and graciously agreed to see me so quick. I could but come.
Well then, and she sits. She actually taps you because she sits with her big black gown around you and stares at you with this. If it, from there up, from there down, she looks regal and beautiful. From there up, she is a sight.
But I forced myself to look at her quite thoroughly with my one eye, keenly focusing on all the details.
But yes,
I hope
and
so.
and my boy, my William, my Adam is also at your beck and call as your humble servant, aren't you, William, baby boy? Yes, my liege.
I'm glad to hear that. He is such a handsome boy, is he not?
No, I know he is my greatest creation.
But how could anything you create not be great, my dear?
Oh, she taps your hands on your knees. Oh, I shall put on a play in your honor, Prince, of the things to come. Maybe Shakespeare, maybe Fortnite, maybe Macbeth. We'll go both ways.
In his mind, he's only thinking one thing. Yeah, I want to do Othello with you as a Iago.
But my spirit is lifted, and you came so quickly, and you made amends.
I'm glad to hear it. I wish I could stay longer, but I must admit that I'm still in such a weakened state from...
Of course, I would
attack.
not keep you. The luck will help you out.
Thank you. And be careful. If someone really are after get us, I might not be the only one targeted. And the city could not bear anything to happen to its greatest and most powerful protector.
Don't worry, sweet prince. I have many tricks up my sleeve to protect myself. Don't forget I used to be the keeper of secrets. There are not many Kundras in N City that I don't know something uncomfortable about. Again, you see she goes back and she taps on the book. Many, many secrets and gifts given.
Let's hope it is kindred, then. But there are other things out there, in the dark. Older things. And he subconsciously touches his streak of white hair.
You get a flash to the pit and the thing that came out, and when it looked at you, and the pure horror of the abyss, oblivion,
Yeah.
the dark
And
realm of the great.
Because what looked at him wasn't even the worst. That was bad, but there was things back down there in the
Worse.
maelstrom that was worse.
Worse.
Far
Far,
worse.
far worse. Well, now we are
thank you, my
friends.
dear.
My doors are always open to you. You will not need a lock or key.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear.
Always, sweet prince. And let's see if we can contact your granddada.
When I am better.
Of course, sweet prince. I will not keep you.
And he wheels himself out, so lets JJ help him back down into the car. They drive off. My luck is helping her now out. Thank you, Mr. Luck. And he gives him a little wink and a smile. Preferably in a moment when the Queen can see him do so.
Well, then, but in the pit still.
Yeah.
Not in the pit. So you're not in the pit. You're not in the pit.
No.
You're in the Great Hall.
Yeah.
You're in the Great Hall.
Oh yeah. Had they been wheeled to, like, if you'd been drawn towards that door, he would have been. You've seen how quickly the prince with a wheelchair could get out.
I'm fine. I don't want to go to the pit. I don't want to go to the pit. I've been to the pit. The pit sucks.
And then outside on the doorstep, as JJ helps me down, he says, "Well, that could have gone a lot worse. Information is such important, JJ. I'm glad our little bird will be kept under lock and key." And then,
I still fear her, sire. Her confidence is unpleasant. I think she is up to something. Do not trust this kindness.
oh, I'm sure she's up to something, but I trust her when it comes to me. I trust her words. She wants to help. She is trustworthy on that front. And once we're in the car and like 3 blocks away, one never knows who will be listening from behind the door.
I understand.
You're quite right, JJ. I wouldn't trust that woman any further than I could throw her.
She's planning something.
Worse, I think she's already put it in motion. But what? And a little dilly-dallying about... Oh, stop here for a little moment. We need to pick up my friend.
Amber jumps in. And she rubs her eye. Thanks.
Remember that. We might have a use for her appearance at a later point.
I got it down to a T.
Excellent.
Even down to her teeth.
Good.
Fuck, she foul.
And of course, and he
But
looks at the cane.
she has something. The thing she's kept on tapping.
What was it? Did it
It's
emanate any
magic.
sort of problem?
It's pure magic.
Can you find out, do you think? Can you deduce what it
No,
was?
I can't because I was viewing from afar. But all my senses, all the essence in me was screaming that shit is potent. What she's got is potent.
She couldn't quite keep her composure, though. She does indeed fear that someone is coming from her. And I wonder who that might be.
Everyone, Amber says.
Yes, but she
She's
doesn't
about
fear
to light
everyone.
a cigarette in the car, and you see JJ goes. And she's
Yes,
like,
but she wouldn't fear just anyone.
Not
It's
just
enough. Whatever it is, it's sufficient enough to... Tomorrow night I need to talk to someone. I need you to drive me then, JJ.
Always, Malush.
And also tomorrow we'll see if we cannot finally have an introduction where you get to shake hands with Callisto, Amber. See if she is the real deal.
Oh, I'm so excited. On that note, the camera's going to pan out into the very steamy bathroom. Bath hall. Oh,
Bathhouse.
I'm excited. Bathhouse. I'm excited. Or maybe not.
Goes out of the steamy bathroom because it's occupied.
Like, where is it happening? It's fun. We're doing it. The last scene of the pie episode was the effects of the magic of the child of Cain slipped off the prince.
But he noticed it happening, didn't he?
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You were tricky Cain power, undead power.
He's almost tempted again to drop Jonathan, but for completely different reasons now.
And Callisto came, right?
Yeah, Callisto's like,
Yeah.
are you gonna leave me to my own devices?
Darling, no, of course not. I just wanted to give Jonathan, Mr. Black here, proper hello and welcome.
Well, you are quite friendly, and if you want privacy, I'll gladly leave you to it.
The more
Darling,
the merrier.
exactly. And I'll extend a hand towards her.
Jonathan just sort of also extends his hand, but for a glass of wine, and so
Yeah.
just takes a big sip, just like 2/3 of the glass, and be like,
Thank you. You now feel like you're in control, but you know that she is not aware that it slipped.
yeah, he
Jonas-
just observes for a moment the whatever chemistry, whatever's going on at the moment, trying to really collect himself and reevaluate everything that was just said and
He was so close.
all of his plans.
I'm not quite sure what you wanted to do for me, Jonathan, to help me restore some of my renown, but he's quite helpful and eager, I think. I say
Is
this
he?
and... Well, I hope so.
She
Because
also
I-
bites over and grabs like I'm sure there's wine and glasses
Yes.
prepared all over the place.
Yep.
Are you here to help, Mr. Black? Are you an ally?
I'll brush like I don't know what hair he has, but I'm just like, oh, I'm sure he is.
Well, why wouldn't I be here to help?
That makes me so happy, Callista says. How powerful of a moment. Friends from different walks of life, from different... Germany, was it?
Yes,
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
I'm bitter.
Oh, well, he speaks the language.
Well, just a little.
Wow.
What languages do you speak, Mr. Black?
Well,
Old tongue.
yeah, just to be like, the old song, this and that, and, you know,
Oh,
the nightmares,
Latin, no.
nightmare speech. And,
Yeah, I shout scary shit at night.
language is long forgotten and
Yeah.
cannot be pronounced by this mortal vessel. Well, I do understand what is being said and say what I need to say, but my role is not always to speak, so...
But here you can
That's
speak freely.
There are no masters here. Mr. Black, we are free. We are not just ghouls taking a knee.
You're not bound by rules or lineage here. You might
There's
think
always
so in
something
my...
binding you to something else, though one might not always be aware of such.
Of course there are laws,
Knowings.
but...
Horrible sensation of the Queen saying your name.
Mm-hmm. He goes, knowing exactly what binds you is, I believe, what can only be the way to truly be free. Or at least as free as one can be.
Will
Is
you
that wrong?
No, it's not. I do love the company, but will you excuse me? Mere moments. I need to speak with Eve a quick moment for personal
Of course.
stuff. I'll leave
We're
the
here,
two
we're
of them.
enjoying the wine.
And hopefully each
Sort of
other's company.
Cheers it and
Clink clink.
finishes the rest of it and just immediately just grabs for
Do
closest
I
bottle
do
of
can I
whatever.
can I do like can I read anything from him? Has his demeanor changed or anything?
He's still giving you, like, he speaks like almost, he's spoken riddles constantly. He's been speaking in riddles and vagueness.
Yes.
Vagaties.
Yes.
But he's drinking nervously now. Or stressfully or
No, not
whatever.
yeah. It's not nervously. It's more just like
But it's not uncommon when you do that power. It's like you make individuals a little bit like antsy because it's like it's sitting with like, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was just like going to lick my feet and kiss my hands. But okay, let's go with that.
People react differently.
I'll just swim and around the corner and talk to Eve.
Mistress.
Can you relay a message for me?
Of course.
2 seconds. Can you bring me a piece of paper and a pen, please?
Of course. She fetches it quickly.
And I'll write down some keywords that was given last time by our dear guest. Fold it in and put it in an envelope. Can you please make sure this arrives at Christopher's hands immediately?
Of course.
Thank you. And then I'll swim back.
Bubble, bubble, bubble.
Talking about the wine and the company and, you know, how exquisite this bathhouse is and this. He hasn't seen something like that in a very, very long time.
Yes, again, there's something about you, Mr. Black. I feel like you're an old soul. You might be being reincarnated.
Well, you are one to speak of being something else now, aren't you?
I come from a family of seers.
You're quite remarkable.
Thank you. You're so kind to say so. I do try. Right now, I know my role is to help Philip Castor, the fair Amenhotep, to be restored.
She's just being modest. She's more than that.
Oh, shush now.
Oh, I
So
do
was
not
I to-
believe even she
Yeah.
herself can see how much her potential is.
And you over the hedge. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
like-
This is just like what I can make you into.
Oh yeah.
Let me at her.
Oh. But of course, it's. I think I have gifts, and I'm trying to figure them out as I go.
I do know someone back in the old country, as some say it, that I'm sure could, well, have not quite similar powers, but maybe knowledge.
Oh wow, that would be most appreciative.
Well, I
friendly.
cannot promise anything. But
No, of course
I'll
not.
see.
He's friendly. He's very friendly. Miss Rice. He's a good guest.
He is.
You look worried.
Me? No. I'm just watching two very beautiful individuals dancing together. I do enjoy watching.
Isn't she?
And I look at both of them, undressing them both.
Oh.
With my eyes, not with my eyes. Sorry, I'm not.
It just
Nope.
walks over.
Yeah.
Yank,
Oh,
Jonathan.
nope.
Yank and be
Nope.
like, yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Jonathan is screaming.
He doesn't know what to do in this situation. He's like this like he hasn't felt anything of kindness or a morsel of pleasure or interaction. So he's yeah.
The prince keeps reminding him that they have absolute no interest in him and don't even know he exists, and he should shut up like the little worm that he is. They do not care for him. They can just see a speck of what I truly am.
Oh
He is
my
nothing.
god. Oh, poor little Jonathan. Right.
He jaywalked once, okay?
On that note, the camera actually is going to pan out to the master's estate. Devinter is standing there, greeting you.
Devintus. Excellent. When he gets back, he gets out of the car with a cane. Again, think you're not just to step on touch the place where the chauffeur touched.
I was merely waiting for you here, my liege. A courier came with a note. I said I would keep it until you arrived. Because your two timelines now are like linking up.
Yeah.
So you've been giving
And
them...
thank you very much. Yes, I mean, task far beneath.
You
lady
recognize
of your stature, but,
Shiv's penmanship.
He opens it.
I don't know what's in it.
It's like a Marianne can't talking about that I'm a little afraid that something foul will fall upon Castor or your head, and that this darling guest is definitely not what he seems to be, and the queen is involved, and she might hold something over him. I think that's pretty much like you said those things, right? I'm not. Marianne is not putting. I mean, I'm taking my own spin on it.
You're inferring a bit from what he said, but it's
Yeah.
not out of leap or bounds for inferring that from what he said.
Yeah.
It appears that our words were correct, my dear JJ.
And I'm signing it as like friends forever. XOXO Shiv.
I said like 20 minutes before I was the most horrible, despicable man in the world for ruining her party. Gotta be manic depressive. Well. Callisto. Excellent. You've taken current precautions here, De Winters?
Your house is now safe, Maurice.
Excellent, excellent. Well, if you need to stay, you're welcome to stay. If you'd like to stay, if not, if you have other business, of course.
I would like to retire. It's not
Well, then
too
do.
many hours until the golden dawn.
No, that's correct. Sun is about to come up. Thank you. And he thanks her, bows for her, and let's go in. Let's go in and have a little powwow before we retire for the evening. He says to JJ and to Amber.
You
And
do
as soon
so.
as they're in, he takes the phone, calls the Y.
The why? You're speaking to Adnan.
Alan, this is Christopher Masters. Is Castor at his room?
Of course.
May you put me over, please?
Of course. Moments later, you're here. Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Castor. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It's Christopher Masters here. I just would like you to take a bit of extra caution this evening. There are rumors circulating on the streets in the night that something might happen. I'm afraid that perhaps the Queen of Bones were not completely placated by your display this night and still harbor some form of grudge for the perceived slight of setting up.
I
Tempted
am
her.
perfectly safe. I am in the Y, and it's very guarded. Who would do anything? It's so close to dawn anyways.
Someone not of our kind, or a ghoul perhaps.
Well, I'm
Is-
surrounded with my congregation. I am kept quite safe.
Well, just be careful and
I appreciate that.
make sure that the Callisto is safe as well.
Always. She's my most precious.
Thank you very much. He hangs up, and as he gets in and the Winters left, he hands the note up to JJ from Shiv.
What do you want to do, Sam?
He's in her domain. It's her rules. We still haven't confirmed who he is and he isn't, but it appears that he's more, or at least or perhaps just something different than what he proposed himself to be. If he's an agent of the Queen of Bones, then he's certainly not a ghoul. First of all, he had a far too sophisticated look for that.
Be too fancy.
I'm not a hobo.
More or less. And it It vexes me. I feel indecision. It's too late in the evening for us to do anything, JJ. We need to retire soon anyway.
Of course. I've got the security team on standby.
Have them be close to the Y.
Of course.
To be ready if needed. I'll give them the number for Shiv, and I'll send her a message as well. And just 1 second. He tries to call Kitty Cat again.
Rings and rings.
Damn it. Let's hope she gets a text. Amber.
Yep.
Nobody really knows of your existence except, well, JJ here. Sure, Mr. Winter saw you, but could you perhaps do me a favor and keep an eye on the Y?
Sure.
During sunlight hours.
Sure.
If something should happen. But be careful. Do not do anything that could screw Rush. You are technically allied to me, so any infringement you might be will reflect on me.
I
But
know, Daddy. Be nice, don't burn shit up, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Anything outside that is not inside. And I'll give your phone number to Shiv as well in case she needs it.
Sure.
I'll...
As long as we're not close to the Dark Throne, I'm fine with anything. Who needs sleep?
Place.
You know, just been up for X amount of time. But, you know, love you.
You can
Do shit
sleep
for
tomorrow evening. You can sleep tomorrow. I'll
Sleep
put
on
you up
bed.
in the... I'll put you up at for a weekend spa at the Ritz Hotel.
Yeah, and with all the fucking fixtures and like a minibar stocked to the brim with Fireball. Yeah, I know.
And then he calls the Y again.
Again, the Y. Speaking with Adnan.
Could you please give Miss Siobhan Price a message for me?
Of course.
Ask her to beef up security. Her 2 phone numbers if she needs help. One is for a security team of mine if she needs backup. The other is for a mutual acquaintance that once guided us helped us. She'll understand
Of course.
when you say that she once saw her from afar.
Of course.
And please tell her to be careful.
Always.
And that her hunch is, I believe she is right in her in what she thinks. The one we both dislike is definitely planning something.
On that note, the camera's going to pan out closer and closer to Dawn Week Week. With this weird dance that's happening in the bathhouse. Callisto's like, the time, dearest Siobhan.
Yes, I should be going. And I'll
Yes.
turn to Jonathan. It's been such an interesting night. I thank you for all your wisdom and joy. And I do hope that if you need something from me, or if plans might change, maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement together. And if not,
been absolute pleasure.
I bet it has. But yes, I would hate for anything to happen here. But again, I do wish you luck in whatever your endeavours. And have a beautiful day. And I kiss his lips. And then
Jonathan is literally about just crying in absolute retarded joy.
But is he reciprocating?
I don't know.
He is.
Okay,
Well, I'll
then
say
that's
that.
fine. Then
I rolled for it. Success.
if not, something would be wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like it's kissing this undead thing. Jonathan is he's into it. He doesn't care. It's affection. For the night, it's kissing a corpse.
Mm.
And I'll turn to Callista and I'll kiss her as well. And I'll hold her head
Oh, she
and
kisses
just
that you
grab
warm
her a
me
little
back.
tighter.
Soon, dearest. The
Yes.
love will be in your arm. And I
And
will
I-
be restored. Soon.
And I do hope that we might, well, the experience the other night, I wouldn't mind it again.
Any time you wish it, it will be given to you. They are eager. They are servants and they understand the cause. They will be in glory.
You are too kind, Callisto.
I am just in between. I am water. I am the cat. A guide. She kisses your forehead.
And I'll leave Eve, darling.
Darling, like robe on. Callisto turns to Mr. Black. I hope your quest, a strange thing to say, is successful.
Oh, so do I. More than anything.
Yes, your heart is heavy and your cup is empty. I wished it, your heart, filled as well as your cup. Strange.
Well, I hope we will see each other more and spend more time, but...
I am here and I try to be friendly. And you are certainly an interesting guest. And any friend of Shiv is a dear friend of mine. I bid you good day.
Good
The
day
night
indeed.
the night is leaving us. And the
Yes,
one
and there are things to do. Time zones and all.
Sleep for me, my dearest Philip. He wants me to keep his hours.
Well, good day. We'll see you.
Good day. Why do I taste strange? Do you smell it? Like autumn, like rain, he says. Strange. How beautiful. She walks off.
Yeah, and he's sort of just... he's just so frustrated.
Damn the queen! Damn them all to heck!
Damn this world, damn everything that's going on.
Damn Jonathan!
Especially Jonathan. He gets his robe and gets back to his room.
The last little thing we're going to have before our break, before we go into the last scenes of this episode, is Shiv gets relayed the information from Adnan. Given from the prince.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind a little extra eyes on Castor's room.
Of course.
And our guest.
Of course.
Just a precaution. And do not allow anyone except Eve to my room.
Of course not. Never. Oh, shit's got real now. We have a daywalker in the mix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's... Things got complicated.
Yeah.
Is
Do
that
you do Hail Marys? Hold on.
Oh yeah. Shit's been said that shouldn't have been.
I have to retire.
Mistress, of course. I will keep
But
your
I
house safe.
expect
And you.
I expect you to be capable of making any sort of decisions when it comes
Never
to
fear.
the security of us.
Never fear.
Oh, darling, I don't.
For my
I
heart
kiss
and my
his-
love and my allegiance is to you always.
I'll just take his hands and kiss them, like, on top of them, and then I'll bid him good night.
So the little scene we're gonna have before the break is the vampires They rest in their dark little tombs as the golden goddess peeks her eyes over the horizon. The old one stands a couple of blocks away and stares at the Y, thinking, did he do the right thing of leaving them to their devices? His child, his love, just leaving it. He questions it, but his bones are old and his mind is not really sure all the time where he is anymore. Or perhaps he was mistaken. On that note, we're going to have a little break. But we'll take 5. See you in a minute. Hi, and welcome back from the break. We're going into a daylight saving time. We're going into the daylight. And as a little treat, I'm not going to park my 2 regular players. They have been told that they are now, if need be, jumping into their significant ghouls. So
Like
they
all
might
of us
have...
are.
So it's like everybody is.
We're all ghouls. We're all ghouls now.
We're all ghouls now.
Yeah.
If it's necessary. We shall see. We shall see. We're gonna go in to the scene with the autumn night as he stands in his beautiful suite.
He first going to change into, well, you know, to dry off, take a cold shower. Just uncomfortably cold, just so Jonathan just can calm the fuck down.
It's so sad now.
Dries off, gets on a new set of clothing, sort of stands by the window and looks onto the sun as it rises. Takes out this CD. Just hates it. Why can't things just be written down? He's going to walk to the front desk or reception area.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I was just going to take a little stroll in the area. Is there any internet cafes or such around?
Yes, just 1 block down.
1 block down. Which direction? Just
To your left, sir.
there. Thank you. Goes out, heads down there. I assume he finds it quite easily. Stands there and sort of just looks in through the window and looking at all of the technological things.
You hate it. You hate it.
People and
yeah, it's disgusting.
Walks in and is going to look for someone that sits a little bit by themselves and looks like they at least would understand technology. So someone young.
Yeah, you see a guy with big headphones, and he's drinking like a jumbo cup of coffee, and he's got a half-eaten sandwich. He's wearing a weird bright-colored shirt. He's a human.
Yeah. Is he? Well, it's an internet cafe. He's going to see if there's anybody that looks, or if this individual has any sort of creative spark about him. If he's maybe sitting there doing something somewhat creative, or
He tastes interesting. You're getting a feel that he has aspirations to create something called games.
Well, there are some quite interesting games back at home. Most of them involve heavy weaponry, but
Jousting.
Yes, with magnificent beasts. Walks over and sort of just takes a chair and sits down, very sort of making his presence known to this person with the weird headgear.
He lifts up. Yeah. Dude, what's up?
Excuse me for being in of how you say problem. I I have a disc, and he sort of holds out this CD, and I do not very familiar. I'm usually with the floppy.
Oh, it's a CD, man. He's like,
Could
either
you help me see what is on? I will hand you something for your help, please. Thank you.
But you don't. If he doesn't remember, I'm gonna make it clear. She gave the disc to be burned. The surveillance footage of you being the prince.
Yeah, he was told there was instructions, so he doesn't know what it is. Because he was told there are instructions, so he's like, very well, there are instructions there.
No,
she couldn't write them down. So.
Okay, so just to make sure. Yeah, he puts it in, say, man, this is an empty disc. There's nothing on this. You can put stuff on it.
Well, thank you very much. And then he's just going to sit there and then sort of talk about how thankful he is, and that he's clearly a very giving person, and so just be nice to him and say
gonna
that
feed.
He doesn't need to feed, but he's going to sort of just leave him with a spark of something as he leaves.
Do the roll, because that's how it's done.
Yes, well, I could get back at one point, and I do.
He's like, I should follow my dream, shouldn't I? Fuck
Yeah,
my mum.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to live in her basement. I can create an empire. I can be a game developer. You're right, sir.
Could be amazing things.
Thank you. I feel... Yes! I'm so inspired. And you see again the threads of these purple and golden threads, and you're like, yeah, it's for me.
He walks out and is now just like trying to get the information out of it was hard enough. How the fuck is he supposed to put it on it? Goddamn, now he needs someone on the inside. Someone techie. He is going to just, in frustration, walk around a bit in the sun, just, to enjoy that, and seeing as he's going to be up a lot of nights, or at least a few nights for now, before he goes back into the Y. Excuse me, just, to whoever's in reception.
Yeah.
If I needed to make sure that something was sent, some information, and made it securely, do you have any technical on staff that could potentially help me with such?
Well, this is Adnan. He's still on. Yes, of course. I would be perfectly able to help you, sir.
Oh, excellent. Well, should I need that help, it's just good to know that.
Yes, and all on staff, if I'm not here, are more than capable to handle private security requests. We are a very establishment.
Excellent. He sort of says a little bit. Just, too well established.
Is there anything else that you need specifically?
Well, not much that could be done in daylight, I think.
Actually, on that note, I'm gonna throw in Eve.
Are you looking at me?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
That man, the ghoul,
Yeah.
he's out and about.
I'll hurry over. Mr. Black?
Yes, Eve. Hello.
You're still
Is
up.
there anything?
Do you need anything?
Well, just needed a little bit of sunshine every now and then. It's, the jet lag is, well, it's pretty bad.
I understand. Yes.
It is, sleep and such. It's always weird when one is suddenly
You should
transported.
try to sleep. You really should.
Why is he
yes.
up?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I understand jet lag, but you've been up for how long? How long is the trip?
Well, quite long. Well, I did get some sleep on the plane, but it's a little hard when arriving late, and it's.
Was it a direct
many hours
plane,
of-
or did you stop on your way? I always hate it when they stop on the way and you have to wait for hours and hours at the airport. Terrible food.
Dope.
I want to do a roll because I don't think the Autumn Night is very well versed
Nope.
in
Nope.
transatlantic
Nope.
travel.
He
that,
know.
that doesn't happen instantaneously. Oh yes, quite bothersome milliseconds, absolutely. But he's been around for a little while at least, so he should know that, or he has a potential to knowing. I'm sure. What should I roll?
Up. Oh, you need help.
Yes, I'm thinking intelligence something.
You don't have a lot of that stuff. Performance. Fake it until you make it.
Okay, intelligence performance.
No, you're gonna do you do other charisma manipulation performance because you're
manipulation. Yeah, okay.
straight
I'm
up
gonna
lying. You have to do the dance.
Yeah, he was just seeing if I could think of anything.
Nah, he don't know. He's like, ow, airport. What the fuck? I've
Nope.
seen these metal tubes in the sky.
That is.
And I'm
four
guessing I can
successes.
roll against him.
Yeah, you can check to see.
Manipulation,
no, wits-
subterfuge or insight?
Wits insights.
Okay. That's a 1 on 8 dice, 7 dice. So yes, go ahead.
Hey, he's
It's,
just doing the song and dance move.
flights back and forth, and sometimes when you have to take a flight, you don't always get the one you want, but you'll take what you can have, right?
Yes. I do hate Amsterdam airport. It's terrible. How long are you staying?
That is unknown. As soon as what I report back is being satisfied, then
I'll walk behind the counter and just take something, information, paper about. Just looking at him. Because we do, Adnan, isn't it true that we have reservations for that room? We need to.
Yes,
I don't think the
it's-
mistress thought about this when she.
In a week we have. It's
Oh, in a week I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 more nights at most.
then.
Are you seeing? If you're up, are you seeing some sightseeing? Are you doing some sightseeing today? I mean, we could provide you with a car. if you want. Right, Anna?
Of course. Of course.
Oh,
Of course.
well,
We could probably
told
get
by
reservations for
Price
you as
to-
well, right?
I was told
Get
by
you
Price
VIP
to
treatment
look
in front of the line so you could see everything and get an excellent meal. Mistress wouldn't mind.
Well, Price did tell me to look at some of the buildings around, so I was thinking of doing that when the sun is a little more up and the shadows have fallen, because she talked about the architecture.
Miss Price.
Sorry.
This is Eve.
Oh, yeah.
But that was
If
a yes
I-
on the sightseeing and the car and the reservation.
Not today.
Oh.
Maybe tomorrow. If I wanted to contact the prince, the local one, could, of course, as night falls, but could you help me with that as well?
Of course. But no. Mistress wouldn't want me to interfere. Yes. When did you want to arrange a meeting, or what exactly are you looking for? I need to know so I speak to the right people.
Well, I wouldn't want to bother him too much, but I would like private conversations.
Well, you are a ghoul and you will bother him. That's just a given.
Just the being called a ghoul. There's just
Oh.
in the back of the mind of the prince is just like
Servant.
well, more than
Slave.
necessary, but it is highly necessary. I can assure you.
I'll make a phone call. Or Adam, would you? Maybe you can do it. Maybe yes, you do it.
The camera's going to pan out for a minute because head of security outside, which is Toye.
Yep.
The target left the building. He went to an internet cafe, stayed there for 10 minutes, went back to the Y.
Okay, so he's not walked far. Okay, studying his mannerism, get some shots, photos, discreet from the surveillance van, from the squeaky cleaning company van.
I'm not making this easy for Daniel.
Does it look like someone who knows how to carry, like someone who'd be dangerous in a fight? Does it look like someone who
You
knows how
gotta
to carry
roll on
himself?
that. You gotta roll on it.
Yeah. Let's see. That
Do
will
I
probably
oppose?
be.
Yeah, I know, because you can be viewed from afar.
That's wits and awareness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Super weird playing Eve when I don't do that. When you do that.
No, I roll. 6 successes.
I would presume that even though he's inside this husk of Jonathan, you don't walk like a limped, timid creature.
Oh no, he walks with great purpose. He walks with pride. He holds himself, well, above everybody and everything around him, and he walks like it.
Psychopath.
He thinks. Well,
American
that's
Psycho walk.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So,
just like-
sociopath, psychopath, exactly.
So Jack Dill sits there and thinks, well, that's ghouls for us. Little frame can belies great strength. He follows in and keeps an eye on us get in. Once again, checks that this 6 hour P26 has a round chamber. All is well. And pats the G36C assault rifle that's fully stocked nicely by his side.
It's just leaving threats all over the place. Oh, Daniel!
Well, luckily the prince doesn't know.
Keeps in touch with the communication with the earpiece with the three other team members. He's stationed one out back entrance, back exit for the hotel, and the
Yeah.
other two are in another car parked across the street.
You get that at the back side. It's all quiet and clean.
Excellent. Well, keep your eyes and ears open. This guy could be trouble.
Of course, 10-4 or whatever they say. Back in the Y, Eve standing there. Is Mr.
Where is my
Black-
dogs? Where is Adnan's dogs?
Are they laying by the fireplace?
Just checking.
Oh, but dogs we do like. Not that you have any animal ken, but you like them. They're interesting.
I mean, at least they know their place. I also heard talk about a roof terrace.
Yes, it is usually closed this time of year, but was it Miss Price who told you?
Yes. She told me about the
Well,
view.
then we can make an exception. Do you want me to show you?
Yes, very much so.
Will you give me a moment? I'll meet you by the elevator.
Very well.
And
He walks
I'll
over to the elevator and sort of stands just looking out into the reception and like a hawk try to look down anybody who could sort of be paying attention to him more than they should.
I'm just gonna, because you're an old thing and an old creature. There's energy and feels that you are being watched. I'm not gonna say from where. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the prince is. He's no fool. He's the Prince of Dagger.
Eve goes to Adnan. Mistress was very specific in terms of watching.
Closely.
Have you seen anything on the cameras?
He acted a little bit suspicious in the room. We couldn't really say clearly on the surveillance, but he was moving around elements and stashing them. It might be interesting to see what he's been moving around.
Yes. I can keep him company on the terrace. I have a walkie-talkie with me. I can always give you a little... And you can send someone to check. Housekeeping.
Cool.
Very well.
He's got camera in all rooms, but they're hidden.
Oh yeah, but then again, the prince, he's not tech savvy.
Who cares?
If there's a camera, he can see it, of course, because if
And it's a camera.
they're big and bulky and in the way and ugly.
You take him up to the rooftop.
Yeah.
Before we stop by it, may I just leave something at my room?
Oh, of course. Eve follows.
She walks terribly close.
She's holding just like papers or something like
Yeah.
stuff.
He walks, and as he sort of opens the door and walks in, he sort of just starts closing it like right behind him. So unless she physically...
No, she will stop, but just at the door.
Okay, yeah, so she doesn't stop the door?
Yes.
Okay.
She stops just like as the door would probably. No, it wouldn't hit her, but it's close.
No. Just
She probably
closes
opens it for you and closes it for you. I don't know.
Yeah, so...
Respect the privacy of guests, of course, of course.
Mm-hmm. Goes and sort of takes out this CD and throws it just at a table.
Stupid thing!
Yeah.
Stupid banality.
Walks over to the suitcase and just takes out a few of the blades and just places one on the inside of his chin and one on the inside pocket and one behind, just in case. Then he walks out and it's just terribly sorry, just needed to, leave some things. I don't care to carry too much. And it's also just you can see it's sort of taken out of his like outer jacket, but still has like a suit jacket on.
She's standing in the hall there, and this is for the Autumn Night and the Prince of Dagger. It takes you by surprise. It almost makes you feel like a kid again. Or, through the hall, out of nothing, 3 white horses run. The shapes and shade of them, they bounce in the colour and the beauty of the homeland. The magic is strong. It makes you feel like you want to almost fall to your knees. Because the horses, they bring time and stories. The beautiful white glistening silver mane bounces in the air as they pass you. You're shocked by this. They shouldn't be here. You shouldn't see them here. They run past Eve as you stand there. Clearly she cannot see them. You see them and your heart aches as you see them pass. It's like your mother sung songs of tales and stories, and how far, far away you are now. They disappear into the dark hall, but you seeing them like that startles you a lot.
He just thinks to himself, something is here. Something knows.
Do you keep your composure?
Because she can.
That's a good question. Do I roll?
Yes, you do. This composure.
Just straight composure?
Nope. It's composure. I'm gonna say no, straight composure. Just do it straight.
Straight composure.
Oh, you don't have a lot there.
No, the entirety of 1 die.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 8.
Yep.
Oh, I have
But
0.
No, because she didn't see, but like, yeah, because it's like even like the visage of Jonathan, like the mouth slightly opened, and it's like almost like you wanna.
Jesus.
Oh, it's too much of a beauty and omen. When the horses come.
Shall I?
He's so tempted to just rip through the floor and find his targets, but
Rooftop terrace? Should we go?
yes, please.
Follow me.
And follows.
As the elevators go upwards, for a moment as you pass, as one of the highest floors, you hear an old song.
Not the highest floors. It's 2 or 3 stories.
Underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then you don't hear it.
Thank you.
Then you don't hear it.
It's
Then
a
you don't
lower
hear that.
building.
It's at lower. Then you don't hear
Yeah.
it.
Sorry, Daniel.
Too bad.
Yeah. But she opens a very locked rooftop terrace. Opens it up. Can I bring you something? Coffee, tea, anything?
Just a tea, please. It shouldn't get too much caffeine.
She takes up a walkie-talkie and just tea.
Of course. Of course. What they call them, Madame? I don't know what the other servants call Eve, but they don't call her Eve.
No, probably not. I don't know.
Ma'am?
Ma'am. We're gonna go with ma'am.
I haven't given her
Mom.
a name, I
Mom.
think.
Mom.
I mean, she was originally Italian, but then I can't have an Italian ghoul with Chris around, so...
He's not.
No, please do.
Yeah.
Nom, 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 nom. Just a little taste.
Taste of the old country.
Do you want to be left alone, or do you need anything?
No,
I mean, I would be happy to keep you company, of course.
I would be fine by myself, just taking in the view. You may go, and I am sure you have other things to do than standing here and looking at someone looking out.
Looking
No,
at
but
something.
I could tell you about Boston. I could, if what
Maybe
you're
another
seeing.
day when I'm not as. Yeah, there's a lot to. It's been an eventful night. I just need to.
If you need sleeping pills, I would be more than happy to provide you some.
Well, some could be nice, yes. I'm sure they could have some use. Yeah, thank you very much.
Sleeping pills with the tea, please.
She doesn't seem eager to leave, so you might be insisting.
I just want to make sure that you get it before I leave.
Well, thank you very much. And he sort of stands there and just looks out, trying to ignore her, hoping she would go away.
She's just standing like right in front of the door, so you have to pass her like to get out if you want. It's a pool and there's like a bar, but it's closed. There's just chairs and stuff, but it's not out in the open. Some trees and flowers, stuff.
Yeah. He's going to wait a few minutes and see if Eve leaves.
It doesn't leave.
She doesn't. Then he'll just... Oh, that will be all for now.
Oh, but the tea and pills? It's on its way.
Well, just have it at my room, thank you.
Of course.
As Eve leaves, the little Mad Hatter appears over the edge. Staring
Who
and
is
smiling.
watching?
We all are watching autumn night. There's a story being told. You have one of the leads. And I am your squire. I am very proud. But there, autumn night, there are eyes, there are eyes, there are eyes. The creature looks over the edge. So many eyes.
Could you find out where in this hotel someone is? Is that within your capabilities?
I can do many things.
And I was just going to quickly describe Philip Caster.
I can find him.
I need to know on what floor and of which side his room is.
I will do all these things as you promised to tell and put me in the story. And I will do all these things. I will give you the information.
Thank you, Squire. And he walks in.
On that note, the camera's just going to do the last little bit as it goes into Duonotari's Christopher's ghouls as they give message back to him, the main ghoul. Target is spotted on the roof.
Still up there?
Leaving now, sir.
Good. Keep a sniper position in place there.
Just got told it seems like he's speaking to himself, sir. No phone in hand. Tech.
Call Doctor Headquarters, get them to send up some bug shot microphones, something to do some long range sound pickups.
Right
Set
away,
it
sir.
up there.
Right away, sir.
And have them bring the 50 cal rifle as well.
Jesus. Okay, sir. Right away, sir. On that little note, I'm not gonna leave this episode. We're not done with the guest yet, because the guest he's not done with us, so we're not done with him.
He just wants to come back and play with us.
I think we enjoy Daniel. I hope Daniel enjoys us.
Yeah, we want him
and-
to stay.
I
Yeah.
need to make
so we're
sure that
entrapping
the
him.
chaos is deep-seated enough that when I leave, everything is fucked up, and not just a little bit.
Just make sure that the hotel looks like the OK Corral after the Earth Brother shut
No,
up.
no.
No.
And by the way, the hotel, Shiv has the 10th 11th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and he is on the 7th, and that's exactly where the rooftop terrace actually is.
True,
So,
right.
sorry,
Yeah, 'cause
I was just
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at the drawing because I couldn't
yeah.
remember.
Yeah, that's right, because the rooftop is over the velvet rope.
Velvet rope. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was mistaken. On that note, again, beautiful players. Thank you so much for making this like as your captain, as your guide, so frickin' fun. I do not know what you're gonna do, what I think you're gonna do, you don't frickin' do, and then you do something else.
Well, it's
It's
sort
our
of a
job.
spell cast on me, so it's information that weren't supposed to be leaked got leaked, because, it was quite charming and seemed fitting in the
sorry.
moment. No, you're not.
Really?
No, you're not.
But you will be.
No.
Oh, you absolutely will be.
I extended my hand. I was like, "Come here, join me. Tell me your secrets, and I'll help you." But no.
Yes.
No.
After a little bit of magic, yes.
Yes, and thanks to that,
You just
now
need a little
Shiv
push.
and Chris are friendly again. So you're doing a good thing.
See, you served a good purpose.
Yeah, they're talking.
Via letters.
Handwritten notes.
They're pen pals now.
They're pen pals now. They're pen pals now.
XOXO.
I'm just like I'm not sure. Will they ever learn his nature and his true form? Who knows?
If he doesn't want to show
What?
it to me when he's in love with me, then when will he? When he
When
hates me
will he?
enough?
When will he? Yeah, it's like when he tries to murder your guests.
Yeah.
Then,
Yes.
well, to you guys viewers, I thank you so much for your comment, likes, and follows. They do the thing. They matter immensely. And yes, should Daniel, aka the Autumn Knight, should he murder, or should he be friendly? But does he have a choice?
Oh no, there has been a contract. Someone needs to die.
Someone needs to die.
Yes.
Oh, you sneaky bastard! You sneaky bastard! Someone needs to die. Who dies on the other hand?
Queenie?
I don't know. Send help. I don't know. But until
I'm
next time.
assuming it's gonna be a.
It's a good thing if the storyteller is asking for help now, not just the players.
I need
I know
help.
that's
I don't know
progress.
what-
Thank
Wow,
you,
that's
Daniel.
progress.
Oh,
Thank you, Daniel.
you're very welcome.
No, we thank Daniel for this.
Yeah, you think it's a good thing now.
I thought he was gonna do, he has not done. So I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I haven't got to.
He's good.
But until next time, stay tuned. Hold on to your seats. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, but we're all here for it. Take care of one another and stay safe. And bye.
Bye.